Okay, now let's look at number 19. Okay, you can see 19 does not, neither equation has a variable by itself. We have to get one of the variables alone first. I would get this equation with the variable by itself, and we're going to get y by itself. So if we subtract 2x from both sides, our new equation is going to be y equals negative 2x plus 16. That's the trick right there. So now I can sub in y equals this into this equation. That's a little bit tricky. At the same time, graphing this one at 16, this one's going to be a little bit harder to graph. It's going to be way up here at 16. We'll have to deal with that in a minute. Or we can do a table of values. Okay, so either way. So what just happened? Let me look at that again. Neither equation has y by itself. However, this one has a y and it's a positive y. So I want to get this y by itself. This one's got a negative in front of it. Might be a little bit more difficult. You could do that one, but you don't have to. It's easy to do the bottom. So I'm subtracting 2x, moving everything to that side. So y equals negative 2x plus 16. Now I'm going to take that first equation, the 3x minus, but instead of putting a y, I'm going to put in negative 2x plus 16. Now this is the trick here, another trick. And don't forget to equals 4. You have that negative sign out in front of y. So you got to multiply everything that you're subbing into by this negative sign. So your new question, so this is our new equation. Okay, so we rearrange this equation. We rearrange this equation. Now we're going to create a new equation here using the first equation. Okay, so this turns into 3x plus 2x minus 16 equals 4. Be careful with this. A couple things happened here. We had to move this 2x over by subtraction to create this equation and so we're making two new equations basically. So here's a new equation here, but we're going to take this new one and sub it into the first one to create an even newer equation. This one has all x in it. We're going to solve it. 3x plus 2x. I'm not crossing the line, so I just make that 5x. Right, the positive one. Add 16, and I get nice compatible numbers. 5x equals 20. It looks like x is going to equal 5 times what number is 20? That's 4. Okay, we had to do an extra step here. Okay, if we go back to the original equation, 3x minus y equals 4, and 2x plus y equals 16. We go back to these original equations and sub in our 4 to get our y value. Let's see what happens. 3, we should get the same answer for both, times 4 minus y equals 4. And 2 times 4 plus y equals 16. All right, let's do the math here. This one over here, I'm going to get 12 minus some number is equal to 4. Well, I know 12 minus 8 equals 4, so y should equal 8. And over here, I get 8 plus y equals 16. And the same thing happens here. I know 8 plus 8 is 16, so y should equal 8. Well, say you didn't know 8 plus 8 was 16. You'd have to subtract 8, and you get y equals 8. So it looks like my ordered pair is 4, 8. Okay, now, this one's going to be a little bit more difficult to graph. I need a bigger piece of graph paper, but I'm just going to get by with what I have here. My answer should be 4, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8. So this is 4, 8. So let's graph the easier of the two. Well, they both look difficult. let's graph the first one. Okay, so I'm going to erase this here. I'm going to graph the first one. So say this was Monday night's homework and they asked you to graph this. If I graph the first one, if I wanted it in y equals mx plus b form, that might be the best way to do it. So what I'm going to do is let's send the y this way and the 4 this way. And that'll turn into 3x minus 4 equals y, or y equals 3x minus 4. It's a little bit more difficult to graph. That's still going to go to negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to do a slope of 3, up 1, 2, 3 over 1, up 1, 2, 3 over 1, up 1, 2, 3 over 1, and up 1, 2, 3 over 1. So it does work. It just has to start way down here and go up. Okay. And then I'm going to graph my other one. I'm going to graph the other one using the intercepts. So if I let x equal 0, y is going to equal 16. If I let y equal 0, x is going to equal 8. So my order pairs are 16 way up here, and this isn't the scale, and then 8 way over here. And when I connect those two dots, it should be pretty close to the answer. Pretty close to the answer for combination, so it does work. Obviously, on your graph paper, you can use a larger piece of graph paper. So in review of this one, just a quick review. Neither equation has y by itself or x by itself. This one has a y with a 1 in front of it. This one has a y with a negative 1 in front of it. You could solve either one and sub it into the other one. We chose to bring the 2 over y equals negative 2x plus 16, and then sub this into this one here. Don't forget your distribute of your negative sign. Okay, a little bit more complicated.